Hi there, everyone. My name is Christian Eschbach. Welcome to another one of my album reviews. And if you're one of my regular viewers, you know this is part of a series for the month of February, which is Black History Month. Every year, this is going to become a thing where I'm just going to, Parliament and Funkadelic are going to be my Black History Month when it comes to music because as of right now, they make up the bulk of non rock, metal, black material that I listen to, or blues, I guess. Um, so, I haven't covered Jimi Hendrix or Black History Month. I haven't done any of the blues greats, anything like that. I've been mainly focusing on funk and Funkadelic and Parliament. And the reason why I've been focusing on those two is one, I love them. Absolutely love them. Music I discovered on my own as a kid, not music that was introduced to me by my family, not music that was pushed on me by anybody I was hanging out with. Every time I heard funk, I love funk, man. And I will call myself a fan of funk, at least a fan of Funkadelic. So let's take it to the stage, which is what this album is. I like the album art. That's pretty nifty, pretty metally, really, for a funk band. um, on the back, I'm just going to read what the back says. Funkadelic add Bootsy Collins to the lineup and start to get more funky as the classic P-Funk sound comes to the fore on the outrageous Better by the Pound and Be My Beach. Okay. So those are two songs I'm going to get into when we go in here. And I think it's really interesting that those are the two songs that they put on here on the back as a write-up kind of blurb. All right, so the album opens up with Good to Your Ear Hole. Good to Your Ear Hole is basically a jam with some lines put over top of it. If you've watched any of my other ones, you've heard how I've referred to this before. This is something that's really common with Funkadelic and Parliament, where they got these great, awesome jams. And then they just put extra lines over top of it, place it in place, stuff like that. And it's really cool. With Good to Your Ear Hole, there's a line in there I really like where it sounds like they're taking a quick jab at the song Killing Me Softly. Not the Fugees version, but the original, because this would have been way before the Fugees. Anyways, but Good to Your Ear Hole is a great way to start the album off. Lets you know what you're going into. And that flows directly into Better by the Pound. And the way they flow into each other, I don't even realize that they're two different songs. There really is just such a natural flow between the two that you go from one to the other and you don't notice a change, really. Better by the Pound is fun. I like Better by the Pound. I don't really pay much attention to it though, because like I said, Good to Your Ear Hole flows pretty much directly into Better by the Pound. I associate the two songs together, more or less. From there, we go to Be My Beach. All right, this one's fun. This one's fun. It's very typical funk, very typical kind of funk, and lyrically, it's kind of playful and enjoyable. I'm not 100% sure if they're saying Be My Beach in the same way that me and my friends like to say biatch, instead of saying bitch. There are some issues I do have sometimes with Funkadelic where there is definitely a little bit of a misogynistic vibe to it. And I'm not talking your standard rock star, hey, baby, let's rock and roll. That does come up in here as well. But sometimes it feels like when I was talking about in the previous one song, Do I Gotta Put My Handcuffs on You? Or I think the song is just called Handcuffs. And once again, there's just something about it doesn't feel right. Now, that's not right from a modern perspective. This is kind of really kind of clever tongue-in-cheek usage going on here. So I let it slide a little bit. Kind of like saying life's a beach. All right. After that, we get into no head, no backstage pass. So that was that Rockstar thing I was talking about. Okay, we're not going to try and even rationalize or pretend that this is anything other than honest. Point blank honest. No head, no backstage pass. All right. Meg with the sucky suck, baby. Okay. Sorry. Um, musically, okay, so lyrically, whatever about the song. Musically, though, holy shit, the drumming in this song, man, I feel so horrible for the drummer on this song, man. Like, this song, drumming wise, is just like, wow, crazy. It's like, holy shiza. Like, he's just constantly going on this one nonstop. And then it goes into let's take it to the stage. Once again, we get a situation where one flows into the other, and because both songs are relatively shorter, no head, no backstage pass, clocking at 2:37. Let's take it to the stage, clocking at 3:34. That's kind of close to your average song that I listen to when listening to metal, which tends to clock in around the 5 minute marker. So and because there's definitely, and even from there, it goes into Get Off Your Ass and Jam, which is a legitimate jam. And they have fun with it, just saying Get Off Your Ass and Jam and a few other things. Get Off Your Ass and Jam, actually, because of the sound of it, actually does sound definitively different than the other two. But they really do just sound like it's a jam going into a jam going into a jam. That's to me, that's what it really feels like. And it's really awesome that way. The music going on in there is just holy crap. Like the guitar work on Get Off Your Ass and Jam, nice. Holy crap, nice. And Bootsy doing his thing on the bass. Oh yeah, man. Bootsy on the bass. Oh, Bootsy on the bass. After that, we go into Baby I Owe You Something Good. All right, Baby I Owe You Something Good. Drums are way too heavy for this song, man. Like, I cannot get over, for a song that is really honestly kind of a true kind of R&B, kind of soul, light Motown, with Smokey Robinson lyrically, like, this is definitely the vibe and whatnot. It should be very Smokey Robinson sounding, but instead the music is just heavy as. I mean, like, it's boom, boom, boom. Like, I mean, the drum, oh my god. Like, I mean, I love how heavy the drums and the bass and the guitar are on what's supposed to be a soft song. It's fantastic. I mean, just killer contrast as far as I'm concerned. Then we go into Stuffs and Things. Stuffs and Things, I honestly, it's fine when it's playing. Don't blank on it when it's not playing. This song is familiar. Okay, so we're definitely going back into what I was talking about earlier with some of that Smokey Robinson-esque kind of Motown-y stuff going on here. This definitely got a little bit of that, it's Funkadelic, right? So you've got that funk side in there. You can't help having some of that funk side in there, okay, with Funkadelic. Really cool tune, though. I really dig it. I really dig how soft it is. I really dig what they're going with it, and I really get into it. Good tune. And as much as when I'm talking about Funkadelic and Park Limit, I always downplay the lyrics, this is one of those songs that's kind of fun with the lyrics, kind of nice, kind of sweet. And then the album finishes with Atmosphere. The official album finishes with Atmosphere. This is the digitally remastered versions. I got bonus tracks afterwards. Atmosphere, now, when I did my last review for Funkadelic, Free Your Mind, I was talking on there about, all the different instruments I play and how I've tried to get into funk with different instruments. And as a guitarist, I can't do funk. I'm not much of a guitarist to start with, but, bassist, drummer, okay, cool. Keyboards, piano, never even thought about trying funk stuff with that stuff. Atmosphere. It's all keyboards, pianos, stuff like that, man. It is fantastic. Oh my god, it is beautiful sounding track. And it's a great way to close out the album. Absolutely admire what they do on this track with closing it out and keyboard wise. And the keyboards are just magnificent. And it's not even much of a funk track, really, per se. It's definitely is that ear candy, is that ear art I like to talk about. Definitely musicianship. Totally music, it's fantastic though. And then the bonus track on here is Baby I Owe You Something Good. It's US music with Funkadelic. Totally instrumentally, totally different song as far as I'm concerned. I will take the actual Baby I Owe You Something Good off the album versus this variation of it, the one that's on the album. Killer. With that hard heaviness that contrasts it. This version, soft. Not soft, but compared to the other one, way too soft. Way too kind of basic and bland, in all honesty, compared to the other one. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. Those are my views. Those are my opinions. I love Funkadelic. I love Parliament. I love Funkadelic more than I love Parliament. I do not own a Funkadelic album I dislike. I own Parliament albums I dislike, and I've even covered them. At least I've covered one. I don't know if I'm going to wait a whole another year before I get back to these guys again. Probably do another trilogy next February again. But if you get a chance, check out this album. Maggot Brain is still my favorite album. Free Your Mind, probably my second favorite. This would be my third after that. This one and Free Your Mind, though, they can be a little bit interchangeable over where they would fit in my roster of what I prefer. But Maggot Brain's still my first choice, man, because that thing's just got me right here. If you get a chance, though, pick up this album. It is a really, really good album. It is really worth listening to. And as a student of music, if you are a student of music, Funkadelic is what you need to be learning from, okay? George Clinton, Frank Zappa. You want to learn music, you want to learn production, you want to learn ear art. Those are the two masters I highly recommend you check out, man. So, George Clinton, who is the brains behind Funkadelic and Parliament, and Frank Zappa, who has nothing to do with this, but both of them, same respect for them as music artists. Whew. Anyways, folks, my views, my opinions, my everything. Your views, your opinions, that's what the comment section is for. Other than that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That subscribe button right now is very, very important to me. I'm going to be pushing that a lot, and if you are one of my regular viewers, you already know why. If you're not one of my regular viewers, I'd like to be able to start live streaming on YouTube. Until I increase my subscribership, I cannot live stream on YouTube, and I do have a trip planned where I'm going up to Montreal, Quebec, Canada this summer to go see Rammstein in concert. I have been waiting and waiting and waiting, thanks to the plague. Finally going to happen this year. Yes. But I want to live stream while I'm up there. Cool different things. So I need subscribership, please. Please. It's really important. Otherwise, there is a Patreon link in the description below. Click on that. Peace, love, take care.